Hi, friends. We are in a unique opportunity today where we actually have three of us together, Tracy and Lori here, live from Alexandria, Virginia.
That's right. Welcome to Alexandria, Virginia.
And we've got Holly joining us from Denver. And the three of us are coming in to round out our monthly giving series, talking about how to brand your monthly giving program. We've mentioned it in a few of our other videos, and we want to take a minute to explain what we mean by that. Yeah. So, Holly, when you think of monthly giving and someone says, "Hey, become a monthly donor," like what does that phrase like sound? You know, monthly donor. Is that exciting?
No, not especially. I mean, accurate, highly accurate, unless you're going some other time frequency, in which case not accurate, but more the majority of people go with a monthly schedule if they're going to become a recurring donor. But you'll notice that nonprofits across the board, and probably public radio as the preeminent example, always have some sort of branding or name for their recurring giving program to set it apart as something special, unique, and a really differentiated way to get involved. So when you hear those pledge drives on your public radio station, they don't ask you just to become a recurring donor. I live in Colorado. You have the opportunity to become an evergreen member, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Tracy.
Yeah,
I want to feel to join the hero circle.
That's
Tracy.
Right. Can't wait. Sign me up for the hero circle. That's such a good point. I would just say, I serve on a board of directors for an organization here in the DC area that focuses on experiential learning in elementary schools. And so as a monthly giver, I join what they call the honor roll. And so it's really cool. Every couple of months, I get like the honor roll update. And so I joined their honor roll, and I just feel like, hey, I'm really a part of this community in a really unique and fun way that connects me back to the mission of that organization, which I care a lot about.
Yeah, I love it. So, I mean, so this is what we mean when we say branding. Give it a name, but give it a name that ties into your mission, like Tracy's example just said, so that when you're asking people to become a sustained giver, a monthly giver, a quarterly donor, whatever frequency it might be, you're actually asking them to join this community of people who have this name, the honor roll, the evergreen. What was yours called?
The Evergreens.
Evergreen member. I'm an evergreen member of Colorado Radio.
And you know, if you need some help kind of figuring out what you might want to name your program, I mean, we really suggest bringing in your whole team on this and throw a bunch of things on the wall, play on words, but make it short and sweet, and think about how you could even put some graphics to it.
I was gonna say, this other thing, you think about what's the collateral, how you want, because it's more than just the name, it's also how the visual and the aesthetic of the platform or the group is going to feel when they see a special logo, or how that brand matches or falls underneath the bigger organizational brand, and how that really elevates the organization and its work. If it looks similar, but it stands apart. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's really important for it to have its own type of brand, but matching what you do already with your organization's brand.
And Holly, Holly is one of our strongest, most expert writers on the team. So Holly, if you were writing an appeal for a monthly donor program, and can you talk about how having a name makes writing that appeal just so much better?
So much easier. So much easier. Because what having a brand does is it starts to give you really strong anchors into the values, the emotions, and the types of stories that you want to tell, so that everything is working together cohesively around that brand, around that name. So that when, for example, again, evergreen member of Colorado Public Radio, when they talk to me about being an evergreen, I'm getting lots of messaging about my enduring legacy, which ties into the notion of evergreen trees, or ones that stay or forever green, right? So what having that strong branding does, it starts to anchor you again into the types of stories and the values you want to communicate out to your people, rather than reaching around and being like, man, today I want to say something thankful and grateful to our donors, but like, I don't know where to begin. It's always going to give you a place to start, which makes content generation that much easier every time, because you will generate a lot of content for your evergreen members. In my case with Colorado Public Radio.
No, Holly, the honor rolls.
The honor rolls.
The honor roll.
Whatever yours might be.
Whatever you are, you know, you're gonna want to have those communications out to your folks where you're making them feel connected again to that community. So you will be generating content on a regular basis, and having that starting point of brand is just such a leg up.
Yep. So there's one of our favorite tips for monthly giving right there. Honestly, it could be the place you start is sitting down and figuring out what the name of this program is going to be, because then you can build everything else around it. And it's fun, and it really creates a specific community out of these donors, rather than just having what brings them together be the frequency of their gift. Now they're brought together by being part of this group that has a name. So hope you found that helpful. And check out the rest of the videos on monthly giving on our playlist. And of course, you know, if any of us can be helpful to you at any time, you know, find us on our website, give us a call, send us an email. We'd love to help. And we appreciate you following us on YouTube, subscribing, and we'll see you again real soon.
Happy fundraising.
Happy fundraising.